I had gone to a Walmart and noticed there wasn't any peanut butter. None. I mean, even that weird stuff, the uh, the low sodium or low fat. I'm like, low fat peanut butter was gone. Shalom, this is Falling on Show. Welcome again to The Rock. And I found that very interesting because I know Jif had a recall, but people went and bought up everything else. And that to me is very telling of the times that we are in and how things, when things fall, how fast they will fall. So Jif had a recall on peanut butter, and people that usually bought Jif, said, "Oh my gosh, there's no Jif." Well, I'll buy the Great Value brand, or the Skippy brand, or even the more natural, where the oil is still in there, it's separated from the peanuts. Even those brands, they were all gone. But it just goes to show you that when one brand gets short, people rush to the other ones, and because they're so afraid of not having it, they buy it all up. They buy it all up. So I went to a Kroger's, same thing, no peanut butter. No, I didn't need peanut butter. I made sure that I well with peanut butter, but it just goes to show you what is going to happen as far as all the other things that are taking place. For instance, when there's a shortage in jelly, grape jelly, are people going to go and buy up all the strawberry? Likely. If there's a shortage in all-terrain tires, are they going to go to all the other brands and buy them all up? I've seen it already take place with motor oil. Your typical Pennzoil was gone, and people went and bought they bought up all the Walmart motor oil, all the Castrol motor oil. They just bought it all up, and all the Quaker State motor oil. It was just so interesting because what's it going to look like? Let's just say, and we know what it's going to look like and how bad it's going to be, but we know about all these gas shortages and things like that. What if they let the word out, that there's not going to be any more, I don't know, premium gasoline. I'm just throwing something out there. So everyone goes out there and buys up all the premium. Then they buy up all the unleaded. And they buy up everything. Because that's the way it goes. I remember back in, was it maybe a year ago, we did a live stream about it. I saw a guy filling up 55-gallon barrels in the back of his truck with gasoline because, of the things and the shortages they were saying. So when shortages hit, you have to understand that they're going to wipe everything out. People are going to go and buy everything that looks like that, which is why you want to have that thing ahead of time so you're not one of those few that go to the grocery store to find it and can't find it because it's been all bought out. And that goes for anything. That goes for feed, hay. It's just a good idea. If you've got animals, why not put feed back? Put enough back that if you had to go through a month or two of not being able to buy it, you could have it. Because who knows how fast something hits when it hits. When something hits, when people, lose their mind and go out there and buy it all up, it's over. It's over. And you're going to be faced with the idea of not having your peanut butter, or in some cases, not having your tire, your motor oil, your cooking oil, or your flour, or your sugar, because C&H sugar went out, so everyone went out and bought up all the Great Value brand. It's a very interesting time that we're in right now, and I'm just hoping that we have our eyes open and that we're able to see these things so that they don't catch us unawares. They don't catch us in the Jan is in his perfection has imparted upon us wisdom, and he's imparted upon us the ability to see for those that have the eyes to see. And if you are a person that is prudent, you'll be able to make moves based on what you see. Now, not everybody's going to be able to do that. Not everybody's going to be able to see something and then make a move based off of it. Most people are going to see something and they're going to close their eyes and click their heels and hope that they can go back to the way things are going to be. And people are just They're so lost to think that things are ever going to return back to what they were. To believe that times are going to ever change back to a time when there's just going to be an overabundance and plenty. And all you have to do is go out there and pick up what you need at the drop of a dime, and it's going to be available, and you're going to be able to get all you want. We're past that. Those times aren't here anymore. You may go to the store one day and it's there, and you go to the store the next day and it's gone because somebody caught wind of a recall. Somebody caught wind of, well, there's a salmonella outbreak and they recalled it all back, or there's a whatever outbreak and they recalled it back, and they were able to go and buy up all the rest, because that's the way we are. That's where we are right now. People are going and buying everything up. And if you're a person and all you needed was 3 or 4, whatever it may be, somebody went and bought 50. They could afford it. They bought 50 of them, and now you can't get your 4. People are really, just in general, people are tightening down the hatches. And the supply chain is showing its vulnerability. And it's, it comes into the store, they order just enough to supply their shelves today. Just in time supply chain. That's something that you have to consider, something you have to be concerned with in the just-in-time supply chain. Because it may be just in time for them, but not just in time for you. And when that happens, what kind of situation are you going to find yourself in? Because it's peanut butter today, but how do you know it's not going to be things that you need tomorrow? Your medications, your vitamins, for those of you that need vitamins and medications. It can affect people's health. It can affect people's livelihoods. It can affect people's lives. And for what? And you see with this, what's going on in this world right now. China's threatening, hey, y'all keep playing with us, we're not going to send you the things that you need for your pharmaceuticals. What would that do to this country if people can't get their insulin, if people can't get their medications? I know people say, well, you could use the insulin plant. Well, that's a great idea, but how many of you have insulin plants? How many of you have planted them? How many of you got them in? How many of you are ready? It's great to theorize and to talk about things that you don't know, or that you read in an article but you ain't never done it. It's another thing to actually have that thing, to have been producing that thing, to be ready. Two different things. There are those that are doing, and then there are those that are researching and they have the information, but they ain't doing nothing about it. Which one are you? Which one am I? Questions for all of us to ponder. Anyways, bless y'all. Hope y'all having a blessed 4th? 5th? 5th day? I think. Shalom.